First, learn to make your wrist pliable, like water. Then, let it flow with speed. As you accelerate to thinly brush the ball, finish the stroke by instantaneously tightening your grip on the racket. To win the point outright or set up a high-quality attack, you must initiate with short serves to the forehand and middle. After pushing a long backhand serve, the return is not easy to loop. When you serve long, the opponent's return is difficult to attack aggressively. The return after a long serve comes back long, fast, deep, and can even float. So, if you master the short forehand or middle serve, you'll create excellent opportunities for a third ball attack. But consider this: if you serve long to the backhand, your opponent can either loop or push it back. This means you must be ready for both topspin and backspin. Against an aggressive returner, you often won't have time to react. If you're afraid to loop that ball, any hesitation means the opportunity is lost. Let me explain why he has trouble attacking backspin to the backhand. Your stance is too high, how can you loop from there? Even I would have no confidence from that position. For a backhand shot against backspin, you must lower your stance first. This creates the space to generate power upwards. After your short forehand serve, the opponent is already pushing, but your body is still preparing for a topspin rally. Look at Wang Chuqin's forehand loop. His shoulders are almost level with the net. We have our hands level with the net. He has his shoulders level with it. After you serve, you lack the awareness and preparation for an attack. Why are you afraid to serve short to the forehand? Because you can't loop the push return. The toughest defense in table tennis is the short drop shot. It forces your opponent to move in, then you can attack the wide angles. Letting your opponent defend from deep behind the table is making it too easy for them. Let's talk about serve and attack. After serving and recovering, the moment you see a push, your center of gravity must drop. If the ball is to your left, press left; if right, press right. Your center of gravity and shoulders must sink down. If you don't drop your shoulder, your arm will be stiff, and you won't be able to generate proper friction on the ball. The moment he starts to push, your entire body needs to get low. Try again. That's right. A backspin ball is slower, which gives you time to synchronize your timing. See if you can loop it now. You have to remember, when professional coaches talk about using your body and center of gravity, there's a reason. If every coach says it's important, it really is. Once you lower your stance, your perspective changes, and you can lock into the rhythm of the ball. Many amateur players miss backspin loops because they don't sync their timing with the opponent's push. Their swing is almost finished before they even make contact, making the shot feel powerless. It feels like you're trying to lift a lead ball, not a ping-pong ball, because the downward force from the spin is too strong. So after your serve, as soon as you identify a backspin return, your legs must engage. For a forehand, sink your shoulder; for a backhand, stay relaxed. That's how you generate coordinated power. If you can't lower your center of gravity, then switch to plan B. Don't use your body. Just use your arm with a small motion to execute a mini high arc loop. You can't be stuck in the middle, wanting to use your body but failing to transfer your weight. You'll just get jammed. Furthermore, after serving, your mindset must be aggressive. Be committed to attacking the next ball, even if you miss. Don't hesitate between pushing and attacking, because hesitation will ruin your technique. Your mindset after serving must be to attack. Be decisive. Improvement starts with making mistakes. Many errors aren't caused by opponent pressure, but because after a simple, stable push from them, you panic. After the serve, you panic, hesitate, and your feet get stuck. Your center of gravity is high and your arm can't keep up, preventing a smooth transition from serve to attack. Your loop and serve are decent in practice, but in a match, when you have to combine them, the system breaks down and you can't attack. That's why you resort to pushing. Who would push if they could attack? The root cause lies in your previous shot, the serve. Look, she serves and recovers quickly. Before I even push, her ready position is already set and won't hinder her loop. You're only able to get stable by the time I return the ball because your serving motion is taking up too much time. Slow recovery, unstable balance, or standing too close will all cause errors on the next shot. You must nail the timing of your serve and attack. Recover quickly after your serve, then focus all your attention on the opponent. Don't think about your own technique. Once you see your opponent's stroke, you can decide whether to step in or back. Use a bigger or smaller backswing. And adjust your center of gravity. Your focus must be on them. Serve, quick recovery, and keep your focus on me. That's right. To make your long backhand serve effective, you need a short forehand serve to complement it. To make your short serve effective, you need a long serve as a threat. So, how can we serve a quality short forehand? Let's discuss. With the exception of Wang Manyu's hook serve, most pros use a standard sidespin serve for their short forehand. For short serves, should you serve heavy spin, no spin, sidespin topspin, sidespin backspin, or something in between? First, see if your opponent can flick your serve. If they can't, keep serving it. If they can, then you need to consider other variations. So, we should start with a sidespin topspin serve. The question is, how do we serve it to make the return awkward? To create an attacking opportunity after your serve, you must serve the ball low. With your sidespin topspin serve, the number one priority is keeping it low. For any short ball, being short and low are the key elements. A low and short serve will usually be pushed back, giving you the perfect chance to loop cross-court for a winner. So how do you serve low? The answer is a low center of gravity. Watch how pros serve short, they all get down like this. Don't they serve like this? Isn't their center of gravity lowered to the level I just described? So, where is the problem with our short serves? It's that our center of gravity is too high, which prevents us from serving both short and low. Look, if I serve without lowering my center of gravity, my arm is high. But the moment I lower my body, the ball naturally stays low. This isn't about squatting. It's about pressing your upper body downwards. See? The ball is low now. It's the same for a hook serve. You can naturally keep the trajectory much lower this way. As long as the ball's trajectory is low, you have a chance to defend, rally, and attack. When you practice serves, aim for the white tape on top of the net. In practice, aim to hit the net cord. Then in a match, add a tiny bit of height, and it will clear perfectly. Aim for the tape, then make micro adjustments with your motion. Otherwise, a serve that feels good to you might already look very high to your opponent. The lower the ball clears the net, the harder it is to return. To summarize, first, get your center of gravity low to keep the serve low. Second, aim for the net. This way, your serve will be very low. You must first establish a consistent contact point for your serve, and only then adjust the power. Otherwise, if your height is inconsistent, it's much harder to adjust. For example, if you want to contact the ball at chest height, always do it there. If you choose waist level, stick to that. The second issue, your contact point is too far back, causing the first bounce to be too close and hit the net. Move your contact point slightly forward, send your arm forward a bit more, and the ball will clear the net. You're serving a left side spin, but your follow-through brings the spin back towards yourself. You need to push the racket head outwards to send the ball forward. Your motion is pulling back before you've even completed the serve, which is why it's going into the net. Let me show you. No body movement. Open the racket face, and chop downwards close to your stomach. Don't lift upwards. The short serve demands extreme precision. Bring the contact point in close, open your wrist, and chop near your stomach. The larger motions are just for deception. The actual range of motion for the force is very small. No matter how big my backswing is, the friction at contact comes from this tiny, sharp wrist action. The actual power generation happens in a very small, light motion. You only use a large backswing in a match for deception. But the key is still the small motion. The rest of the swing is for show, there's no force until the exact moment of contact. Here, hold my wrist and feel it. During the backswing and downward motion, I'm completely relaxed. Do you feel how I only apply force at the exact moment of contact? Your problem is you're tense through the entire motion, which is why you can't control the short serve. During the backswing, the entire arm should be relaxed. It's just a loose swing to find the ball. All the force is applied at the instant of contact. Break it down, the grip is loose during the backswing. Force is only applied at contact. Think of the power zone as being very short, just from your right hip to your navel. Before that point, there's no force. No matter how I start my backswing, the power is generated and stops in that short zone from my hip to my navel. This happens because you're trying too hard to generate spin. When you use brute force, you lose control over the first bounce. If you can't serve short, try this drill, just softly touch the ball like this. First, develop a soft, gentle feel in your hand. Once your touch is soft and relaxed, then you can start to accelerate the motion. Watch my motion. I'm accelerating, but I'm not using force. The action is smooth and relaxed. I'm just moving faster, not harder. Build on that fast, relaxed motion, and at the last moment, squeeze the racket. This will give you a soft yet powerful feel. You're currently in a conflict. You don't want to just tap the ball, but when you add force, you lose control of the first bounce. The key is that your touch at contact must be soft. From there, you rapidly accelerate the racket face, instead of trying to muscle the ball short. You should serve short with focused, explosive power, not with brute force. Nobody can control the ball with brute force. My approach is, first, soften my touch. On that foundation, I accelerate the motion, then apply focused force. That's how you get a good short serve. Accelerate, but without using brute force. Your hand must be relaxed and soft, never stiff. First, learn to make your wrist pliable, like water. Then, let it flow with speed. As you accelerate to thinly brush the ball, finish the stroke by instantaneously tightening your grip on the racket. Try this. You can move fast, but without using force. Just a fast, relaxed motion. That's the feeling. The motion is soft and fast, with a final grip squeeze. You don't apply force the moment you touch the ball. A short serve isn't like a long serve. The essence of the short serve is a soft touch, then acceleration, and finally, a sudden stop or breaking action. That's it. But don't squeeze the racket too early. Players, don't squeeze the grip too early. When I held her hand, I could feel she was tightening up way too soon. This lesson is crucial for mastering the short serve. A stiff hand isn't just about tension, it's also about applying force too early. If you apply force too early, you push the ball too far. If you try to be soft, it goes into the net. This makes adjusting the power very difficult. Try to change your method using what we've discussed today. At a higher level, it's not about the mechanics of your stroke anymore. It's about this feeling. Ball feel is far more important than a perfect looking technique.